On my 20th birthday, my parents admitted they never saved for my college because we didn't think you'd actually go or amount to much. My younger brother had a full college fund and a car waiting for him. I worked 2 jobs to put myself through school. Now they keep asking why I'm so distant. The dinner was supposed to be a celebration. I had just finished my sophomore year of community college with a 3.9 GPA and finally gotten my acceptance letter to a top-tier state university to finish my engineering degree. I thought they'd be proud. We were sitting at a chain Italian restaurant. My mom was picking at her salad and my dad was scrolling on his phone. So, I said, trying to hide the nervous shake in my voice, now that I'm transferring, tuition is going to jump significantly. We've never really talked about my college fund. How much is in there? My parents stopped. They exchanged a look, the exact kind of look you give someone when they've just asked a genuinely stupid question. There isn't one, buddy, my dad said, casually setting his phone face down on the table. I blinked, confused. What do you mean? You've been putting away money for Leo since he was born. Leo is my younger brother. 3 years younger. The absolute golden child of the house. My mom sighed, looking at me like I was exhausting her. Well, yes, but Leo always had such a bright future. We wanted to make sure he had a proper safety net. Honestly, we didn't think you'd actually go to college. Or, amount to much, my dad finished for her. He didn't even look ashamed. You were always a bit of a drifter in high school. We didn't want to waste good money on a degree you'd just drop out of. I sat there, 20 years old, holding my hard-earned acceptance letter in my jacket pocket. I didn't yell. I didn't flip the table. I didn't cry. I just felt this cold, heavy weight settle in my chest, freezing everything it touched. It wasn't just that they had zero faith in me. It was that they had actively bet against me. Leo gets his brand new Honda next week for his high school graduation, my mom added, completely oblivious to the sudden temperature drop in the room. We're hoping you can help him practice driving. I didn't say a single word. I stood up, put a $20 bill on the table for my pasta, and walked out into the night. That was the exact moment my parents lost a son, and I gained a ruthless obsession. I moved out 2 days later. I rented a room the size of a closet from an elderly couple. I worked night shifts at a logistics warehouse loading heavy boxes, and weekends waiting tables at a high-end steakhouse. I took on maximum student loans. I slept maybe 4 hours a night. I existed on cheap ramen, stale coffee, and pure, unadulterated spite. They never called to ask how I was surviving. They only called on major holidays, mostly to complain about Leo. Leo went to an expensive private university. Leo crashed the brand new Honda within a month. Leo changed his major 4 times, flunked out his junior year, and moved right back into his childhood bedroom. While Leo was playing video games in their basement, I was graduating magna cum laude. I didn't invite them to the ceremony. Fast forward 7 years. I'm 27 now. I work as a senior software engineer for a tech firm you definitely know. I paid off my student loans aggressively 2 years ago. I just bought a beautiful 4-bedroom house using cash and vested stock options. I never rubbed it in their faces. I never posted about my promotions or my money on social media. I just lived my life in total peaceful silence. But word always gets around. An aunt saw my new house. A cousin saw my LinkedIn update. Suddenly my phone started ringing. Last week my parents asked me to meet them for coffee. I agreed. I wore a tailored suit, not to show off, but because I had just come from a board meeting. They looked older, tired, defeated. We're so incredibly proud of you, my mom said, reaching across the table. I smoothly pulled my hand back to pick up my black coffee. Thanks, I said, flat, empty. Your brother is really struggling right now, my dad chimed in, leaning forward with desperate eyes. He's got a massive amount of credit card debt. We were hoping, since you're doing so incredibly well, you might be able to help him out, just a loan, to get him on his feet. I looked at them. The same parents who told me to my face I wouldn't amount to much. The same parents who fully funded my brother's failures while I starved myself to buy textbooks. No, I said calmly. No? My dad frowned, his voice raising. He's your brother. We're family. Why are you always so damn distant? I'm not distant, I replied, looking them dead in the eye, perfectly calm. I just didn't want to waste my good money on a brother who isn't going to amount to much. The silence that followed was deafening. My mother's eyes immediately welled up with tears. My father's jaw literally dropped. I didn't wait for a response. I stood up, put a $20 bill on the table for the coffees, and walked out, just like I did 7 years ago, only this time into my own Porsche. Drove back to my own house and slept perfectly through the night.